King Felix, FAU, going to IR, will miss the season with a hamstring strain, is what they're calling it.
Yeah.
So there's two questions there. One, what do you think about that? And then two, a lot of people are saying the Chiefs should go get Za'Darius Smith, go get a veteran edge rusher. So I guess we'll start off. I mean, what do you make of this? I mean, it's a huge blow for a guy that we were hoping in his third year would finally click for him. And now we're not even going to get him to see a week 3 in preseason for the guy with the hamstring strain, which some people are speculating that it might not actually be a thing here. I mean, that hamstring strain just seems too much of too weak of an injury. And you can speak to having hamstring. Anybody who's ever had a hamstring strain, you're out for a couple months. Some can be very severe. Ask ChatGPT about the different severities of it. But yeah, just to talk about when you heard the news come in, what did you make of that? Because for me, it kind of stung a little bit because I was hoping for year 3 to be the year where it kind of clicked for him finally. But now we're not going to see that. We won't see him till next year. What did you make of the FAU news?
First off, it's unfortunate for one. Okay, anytime a player gets hurt and he doesn't get to do what he wants to do, primarily playing football, that's a blow. That's a blow to him, not just in the physical form, but also mentally dealing with it as well. And so I just hope and pray that he's able to get back, quicker than later. And so, with that being said, to even think that like this is some type of like collusion or they putting it together because you don't want to play, because this is what it sounds like. When you're asking that, the people like, oh, is it really? Hey man, listen, he's been out there trying to get right, trying to get ready, trying to get better. And so, this is one of those setbacks. He'll be fine. And so what coach said, and which was such a great point, is look, these guys still deserve, kind of your respect. They deserve, for you to cheer for them. These guys out there playing, they want to do it for you. They want to do it for, the city. They want to be able to bring a championship there. And FAU has been doing that. He has. So I think, with that being said, I just pray for a speedy recovery, man. That's what it goes down to, man. Seriously. So
yeah,
that's my big hope for a speedy recovery. That's it. Thanks, sweetie.
And yeah, I mean, that's one thing, like Andy said, these are all guys. I mean, like, guys, a first round pick from Kansas City. And it hasn't clicked for him yet. It was supposed to be a year 3. It's supposed to be a pivotal year for him in the fact that he's not gonna be able to play. And I know I saw someone say that it's $2 million dead money if we were to cut him. $2 million. I mean, I don't think that's. I know we make jokes about Veach being a penny pincher sometimes, but I don't think $2 million is the reason why he's not being cut here. I don't think there's any kind of weird business going on here with a hamstring injury. But Za'Darius Smith's a guy that a lot of people are saying that we could have some interest in, veteran guy out there, played for the Lions last year. In the past, we have been linked to trying to attain him when he was with the Vikings a couple years back. What do you make of potentially adding a veteran guy? I saw a little while before we came on our show, Matthew Judon. Dolphins signed him to a 1-year deal, so that takes away one of those guys. But Za'Darius Smith, what do you make of adding a veteran guy like that? I see it's like a Carlos Dunlap kind of move from a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I think you can explore those possibilities if it works, as far as, money-wise. Sure, why not? But we got capable guys that's still here. We understand that. Amina, who's over here. We got Ashton Gelati. I was on the outside as well. Mike Danner that plays that position. So we have defensive ends. Does that mean that we shouldn't go and look at other guys? Sure. You go kick the tires on the dudes and see what they want to win a championship. I think it's what you want to do. If you want to add on to what we do, hey, have your mind right. We have a particular culture on doing things. And like Coach said, you can bring a talented guy, but how does he fit into that culture? That's great wisdom right there. And that's the truth. So when you have stars tend to always want to shine. They want to shine more than everybody else. So sometimes they want to shine even more than the team. And so I'm not saying that's who those guys are or any of those things, but I think you may have to explore those options if you wanted to. So I don't think you just necessarily take that off the table. So,
yeah. And then also too, like the guy that we wanted, the guy we drafted, it means an expanded role for a guy like Ashton Gelati, right? Sometimes, you come into a situation, you don't know how much playing time you're going to get, but then preseason happens, training camp happens, and guys get hurt. Guys are out for the season. And now that means hey, Rook, it's time to step up. And a guy that we thought could be pro ready day one, Ashton Gelati. This is as good as opportunity as you're going to get as a rookie playing on edge for the champs.
Yeah, no, and he's getting better. He's learning, what you need to do defensively. And so when he gets to that point of figuring everything out where everything becomes natural and, he can just play. He's not worrying about, responsibility and whatnot, becomes second nature. He's on the trajectory to come in and absolutely get some good playing time. But that doesn't discount if you want to bring in a veteran guy too, a veteran presence that could come in and do some things. I think it's what the Chiefs, they all figured out. And they'll do that. They got plenty of time. Those guys, they're veterans. They understand where they need to be. They can play practically in any scheme, and you can go get them, pluck them kind of at any time. So this evaluation is still a process. We got this week with the Bears, and then, of course, we got the week off or, still getting ready before we make that trip to go down there to Brazil. So I don't know, Marcus. I think different things on the table, but I do like our young talent, like you said, with Ashton Gelati. We got Chris Menahu, who's here. All those guys are hungry. They are hungry. So, I do like our young guys that we got. We got them here for a reason. And Ashton Gelati's been doing a great job showing out. He's been showing up. You see him running plays down from the backside. Hey, man, shoot. I think they'll figure all this out.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't think there's any conspiracy here of putting him on the IR just because they didn't want to cut him to save $2 million. I don't see the logic in that. But.
Yeah, first off, you don't have to cut him. Just say to me, you don't have to do any of those things. So like like you said. So I just no, we'll let it all play out, man. We'll let it all play out. Shoot. I think they're going to be all right. They're going to make the right decision. If anything, coach just reinforced that these coaches, because of the cachet that they have, right, and the legacy and the history they got, they're going to be able to go ahead and make the right decision, whatever they need to do.
No, so. Edge rush is one of those positions that over the years, if you look at what Veach and Andy Reid have done, like it's, we've always been able to go get Melvin Ingrams, Carlos Dunlaps, those type of guys. Over the years, we've done that. Bringing Frank Clark back, although he never actually played. He was just on the practice squad. But still, like, we were able to get those guys back, and, they were able to be productive in very rotational type roles. We get Za'Darius Smith. We're not getting Za'Darius Smith from 10 years ago. We're getting Za'Darius Smith from, at 31, 32 years old, Za'Darius Smith. And whatever he's got in the tank, he's a rotational guy with all the other dudes we have. So, it gives us another dude to throw at quarterbacks.
He got a little gray in his beard, he come out and he's, you got to take a little bit more longer time to warm up. He's like, it's just, hey, give me the time. So, and really, man, let me just say this. Just bring it really to the close. This ain't really the time to start pulling your hair out and worried, oh my gosh, really? Hey, man, shoot. Still in the process of development and getting guys to what we want them to be and getting them there. And so if there is a time that they feel like they need to do that, they will do so. So, like I said, man, I will always, default them to make the right decision. I always push it over to them. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
So Kyle Harrison says, who said Terrell Suggs?
That wasn't late. Veteran edge we added. That's true.
Yeah, no, added to it. I thought they meant like they're gonna try to bring Terrell Suggs back. I'm like, hold on, Terrell's.
Oh,
nah, I was like, yeah. No, we brought Terrell in. We thought it was gonna. Looks like Chris Jones will be blitz again this year. Got to have the offense be good, or we. Nah, I wouldn't say that, Kyle. We still gonna blitz. Because Spags, that's what he does. It's just what he that's his scheme. So no matter who you have on the outside, Spags is still going to have his blitz package, which is going to be as complex as you could possibly get. The team's just not going to be able to figure out. That's like one of his fortes. So regardless of that, Cal, he's still going to do that. So, and he should. He should.
Yeah, so. And you heard Coach Cornell praising Spags, saying he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's working with. So that's nice praise coming from Coach Cornell.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.